Guys, this movie was so amazing.
Thank you.
You saw it?
Of course I saw it.
Cool.
It was so outstanding. The casting was incredible. The storyline was amazing. You made me bawl my eyes out in the theater, which we talked about on the radio, so damn
no
you.
way.
Damn you.
Thank you.
What did I make you do?
He got all hot and sweaty when he saw Nat Wolff. Like,
I felt bad for you because it's like, why, I don't know if you have ever had this problem, but like your parents would just wanted you to write, you weren't really into it, but it's just like, leave him alone, let him do what he wants to do.
You think so? Yeah, I didn't really see it as him not wanting to write. But you mean at the end when he pushed?
Yeah, yeah.
I saw that as more like he's gotten off the beaten track and he's kind of
like rebellious or something.
Yeah, he's going through a rebellious stage, and he. I think it's probably good that he grounded him and got him. Like he said, it's better than working some bullshit job at McDonald's. Because he's paying him to write.
Yeah, yeah.
And the guy goes, "Well, wouldn't you be able to choose your own profession?" It's like, hey, he's allowed to do whatever he wants. But writing, it's not like in good times.
And Lily, what did you learn from doing this movie? I mean, did you start writing now, maybe?
I actually have been writing since I was 15. I wrote for magazines in England and the States when I was 15, 16. And I've always connected through writing journals and writing for newspapers and magazines, and I've just always loved expressing myself through writing. So to play a character whose first book is being published and who at the dinner table says to her dad, when he says, I could have made a call, and she's like, yeah, but I wanted to do it on my own. It was cool to play a character that pursues it on her own, in her own way, even though she comes from the same business as her dad. Obviously, having grown up with my dad in the entertainment, it was something that I also wanted to do on my own.
Because I was going to ask you, being having the parents that you have, and it's kind of, and in the movie you have like a dad that is this famous writer, and then in real life you have, a dad that is a musician. Was there similarities between your character in the movie and your character in real life where there's pressure for you to do? Does that question make any sense to you?
No, it totally makes sense. Don't worry, you make sense. But
it's hard to take you seriously.
With the helmet.
I know, because I'm out of my peripheral. I see you just like looking at me like.
Well, I'm just like.
Dude, you have a camera.
I'm just trying to make sure that this isn't a dream.
It's happening. Yeah, I never felt pressure from family to go into the business. I was always very supported, and the help was always there if I wanted it, but it was never overly given to me by my dad, So, in that sense, Bill, my dad in the movie, is different because he's like, I could have done that for you. I could have done this. I could have done that. And Sam has to be more defensive about it, whereas in my real life, it's just I've always had the support, but I've made a conscious effort to want to do it on my own.
Yeah.
But it was great to be able to play a character like that because it's a different way of going about it, and it's having these conversations with my dad in the movie that maybe necessarily I haven't had with my dad in real life, but it was cool to be able to live it in a different form or a different way on the screen.
And then for your character, also had the marijuana issues. What do you want when people are watching this? They're maybe younger. Weren't you were in the closet or something like that at one point or something? No, yeah. So, people who are younger that are watching this,
not in the closet, but I was literally in the closet.
Yeah. What do you want younger people who are watching this to get out of your character that may relate to the problems that your character had
with smoking marijuana? I don't know. I think it's interesting the way the movie deals with drugs because it's not preachy in any way, but it definitely...
It's like a hidden sort of message.
It's a hidden message, especially about cocaine and her, how...
Oh, we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, how negative it is for Liana's character and stuff. I think it has to do with, that there is a, that it definitely has negative effects on both of us. It kind of helps my character, I withdraw. Every time I smoke, it's to deal with the things that I don't want to have to deal with. So I just kind of disconnect by smoking pot, and it's almost people have different ways of disconnecting.
Okay, this is your character you're talking about, not Nat Wolff. I'm just making sure that they know that this is the character.
Oh yeah.
Because you're like, I just disconnect when I smoke pot.
No. Saying Rusty or like teenagers disconnect Thank you. You know she's been a journalist.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm like thinking
No.
about it.
But it wasn't until she brought that up that I was like, yeah, he's really into this answer.
Yeah.
No, I think that it's just you see throughout the movie it has a negative effect on him. He starts to kind of, at the end when he's just all messed up. At the end, you see how it's had a negative effect. I mean, on Liana's character, it's had a horrible effect, but it's taken its toll on Rusty too.
And then Sam's character, Sam, had this weird problem with love. Like it was really interesting to watch how she wouldn't let people into her life. And I don't know if that's anything you've ever dealt with in real life, but it was just so interesting to watch how she's just such an incredible person, great writing and amazing family, but she, in her different life in school, she was so rebellious and anti-friends and just didn't want to have a relationship.
Yeah, I think she's very hurt in a different way than Rusty with her parents' divorce, and what she got out of that made her really reclusive and not believe in romance and not believe in love. And
who doesn't believe in romance? I was watching this going,
I know
who doesn't believe in love?
She's very black and white. I mean, there's no gray area for her, and she says it to him best. It's like you're either a hopeless romantic or a realist. You either get laid or you don't. And she's very out there with herself and guys. And the second that someone tries to actually show her appreciation or love or any sort of like care, she just pans it off as being like, "What are you doing? It's weird. I don't want that." But the second she starts to actually accept that from Lewis, she realizes that those things can be real.
Logan, right?
Logan's
who's an
character
incredible
is
actor.
I mean, and that is Logan. Like, Logan is so endearing and sweet and witty and intellectual and just cares. And it was hard for me at the beginning to be so standoffish to him because you just love Logan. He's just such a nice guy. But I think she's able to learn a lot about herself by accepting help from him and accepting love, and she doesn't see it as a weakness anymore, which she then can apply to her.
It was that amazing, and I know we have to wrap this up, and I'm going to be on the red carpet because I loved this movie and I need to do everything I can to promote this, so look for me on the carpet. But I need to say that one moment when Logan calls and my mom died, my God, I lost it.
Oh, when I'm in the bed and he calls.
You were so bang on. That was so amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So
Logan, by the way, was amazing. He was in LA.
Yeah.
When we were shooting that scene, and it was 5 a.m, I think, for Logan, and he actually called me on the phone in the
no
scene.
shit, like real life?
So that
Sorry.
No. So instead of having someone read it off camera, Logan was in LA, woke up, was probably in bed himself, and he called into production and they put him through to the phone, so he literally played it for me.
You should watch his other movie that's at the festival.
Perks. I'm dying. I wanted to do that film. I
Cried
love
again.
that.
I cry a lot.
You just love Logan Lerman films. You cry in every Logan Lerman film.
Wait,
you cried in Three Musketeers.
No, but there's other ones that would make you laugh that I did cry. Guys, let's talk more on the red carpet. This was an incredible movie. We need everybody to go and see this. You guys were so good.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And I don't say that to anybody.
No, I get this feeling that you really did love that.
I really, really did. And I've talked about it nonstop on the radio.
Thank you.
So
amazing.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Awesome.